So dihybridization cross in that round and yellow seeded plant and wrinkle and green seeded plant, right? Now this plant, dominant plant cross with the recessive plant. So in that the gametes are there, gametes like this, same kind for dominant capital R, capital Y, and for recessive small r y. Then when they crossed with each other, either you took this one or this one, same on this side. Ultimately, it comes capital R, capital Y, small y. Now, out of this, which one get expressed? The one which is dominant. Out of this capital R and small r, the one which is dominant that will express. So, capital R over here dominant, so that express as a round. Then here capital Y is a dominant, so this one is also expressed for another trait, another character, right? That becomes what? Yellow. That gives the yellow color. So seeds are formed in F1 generation. They are yellow and round, right? Then in which the selfing occur. First in parent generation cross fertilization. Then in F1 generation self fertilization. And by when selfing occur, then total 4 different kinds of seeds are formed. 4 different kinds of seeds. In that, parental combination as well as recombinants are also there. Parents कौन से थे? This one, round and yellow. And another parent, green and wrinkled, right? You have learned this cross in detail in the previous session. So we are not going in that much detail, just brief explanation. So dihybridization cross, when we perform the F2. Okay, so F1 क्या था? Capital R, capital Y, small y. In that this alleles are there. When they crossed with, means selfing occur. This one acts as a suppose female plant, this one acts as a male plant, right? So at that time, the gametes are 4 different kinds of gametes are there. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Same on other side also. And when we make that checker box, total 16 Punnett squares are formed, and then one by one that we have to fill. By crossing, we can understand total 4 different kinds of the seeds are there. One that is round yellow, another that is green wrinkle, another kind of seeds are also there, round with green, which is not like a parent. That is the new combination, right? Which is not like a parent, that is a new combination. We can say that recombination. Next, another is a which one? Wrinkled, but yellow color with that yellow color seed, that is also not present in the parent. So these two are parental combination. That type of seeds are also there in F2. And new combination seeds are also there, right? See, to form a gametes, you know that the, can you tell me, to form a gametes, what kind of division is required, mitosis or meiosis? What kind of cell division is required? Meiosis, right? Meiosis, if you recall the entire meiosis, so in that, one of the statement that one of the process is there, crossing over. Remember, meiosis 1, in that prophase 1, in that Pachytene stage is there, in which the crossing over occur. And due to the crossing over, this type of combinations are formed. Without crossing over, no combination. But that crossing over process occur due to that in these gametes we can find out the different varieties, right? Remember, for that the meiotic cell division is required. Now, on the basis of the dihybridization cross, one of the law is derived, Mendel's law is derived, and that law name law of independent assortment. Okay, Law of independent assortment. One capital R, capital Y, another one is a small r, small y. Right? Now, see over here that you have already learned that the dihybridization process. So in that, the possibilities क्या मिले हमें, capital R capital Y मिले, capital R small y भी मिले, small r capital Y and small r small y, right? So during the gametogenesis, gamete formation process, when crossing over occur, meiosis occur, then in each gamete, total 4 kinds of gametes are formed, and in each gamete, a pair of allele, a pair of traits are going, right? Now, in that, the law states that when two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of character. Meaning what of this law? That it is not necessary कि always with capital R, capital Y that comes. With capital R, small y also come. Because हमने दो characters यहाँ पे लिए, small r, small y also. Right? So, capital R के साथ capital Y भी आ सकता है, capital R के साथ small y भी आ सकता है. It's not necessary that round के साथ always come the yellow, or round के साथ always that comes that green color, right? So segregation of one pair, that round and wrinkle, green, yellow and the green. So that pair, segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of character. Right? Next, after that, see in this picture that here the one pair of chromosome is there, in which this round and the wrinkle alleles are located, and on another pair of homologous chromosome, that capital Y small y is there, right? Now imagine that here these are the two pairs of homologous chromosome. Now here that in these two pairs of chromosome, crossing over occur. When crossing over occur, this capital R go with this capital Y, or else this capital R goes with the which one, small y. This is the one possibility. Same for another, small r goes with the capital Y, small r goes with the small y also, right? So here the 50-50% possibilities are there that either capital R goes with capital Y or small y. Same for another, that small r that goes with capital Y and small y. So here the 50% possibilities are there. And when this pair of chromosomes segregate, so each one undergoes this, each pair of allele that undergoes in each gamete. So in first gamete, we get capital R, capital Y. In another one, we get small r, small y. When they are segregate from each other, then capital R, small y, and small r, capital Y. So like that, the 4 different kinds of gametes we can get, right? So law of independent, remember, assortment that suggests what, when two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, right? Combined in a hybrid, and during the segregation time, segregation of one pair of character, this is the one pair of character, that is independent from the other pair of character, right? Next, after that, who will define first law of independent assortment? Who will state that law of independent assortment? Swati,
Yes, ma'am.
बोलिए लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट क्या है?
So, law of independent assortment states that a pair of character is not dependent on the other characters which are inherited with it.
Again, one more time.
Uh,
Swati,
a, pair a pair of characters, it is in a pair of characters, it is not necessary that uh, it depends on the other character. Like it is independent of the other
yes,
character which is inherited.
independent. Correct. Okay. So when two pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, remember this statement: segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of character, right? Now next, as you have learned monohybrid taste cross, we are going to perform that dihybrid taste cross. Remember when dihybrid cross occur in this pea plant, then which is the phenotypic ratio? Dihybrid cross, then phenotypic ratio is which one? Remember? Harshil?
1:1:2:2.
No. Phenotypic. Phenotype का meaning क्या होता है हर्षिल? The character which is expressed, the way in which the character is
हाँ,
expressed,
ये
that we
जीनोटाइप। हाँ, 9:3:3:1।
yes, correct. Correct, Swati. 9:3:3:1. Right? 9 yellow round, then this 3 yellow, then wrinkle, then green round and green wrinkle for 1. Right? So parental as well as recombination we get. Now, when we perform the dihybrid taste cross, dihybrid taste cross hoga, remember monohybrid taste cross, if you recall, F1 generation that cross with the homozygous recessive. Remember this thing? Taste cross का ये formula है. Taste cross is equal to what? F1 into this homozygous recessive, right? So when we perform the dihybrid taste cross, then can you tell me F1 यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? What should I write over here? F1 के लिए बोलो. Which genotypes should I take over here? You know entire now dihybridization cross, right? Yes, correct. Correct. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. That genotype comes to the F1 generation. Now, here we have to write homozygous recessive. Can you write down homozygous recessive parent? That genotype? Yes, correct. Small r, small y, small y. Homozygous recessive parents. Right? This R acts as a parent because here we are going to perform a new cross totally, right? So dihybridization cross का जो F1 है, F1 that now taken as a parent, one of the parent, and that parent cross with the homozygous recessive one. Now, can you tell me from this parent form what type of gametes? This parent form what type of gametes? Can you write down? Yes, correct. One is a cap. See, you have whenever you have to right na gametes, so you have to write the maximum possibilities. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Correct. Now, can you write down the gametes for this? Yes, all are of one kind. Small r, small y, small r, small y. Right? Now, when we keep in a checker box, male gamete, female gamete, suppose here small r, small y, then here we write capital R, Y. Right? Now, so first combination क्या होगा? For this box, this Punnett square, what should I write? Capital R, capital small r, capital Y, small y, right? Then second, yes, capital R, small y, small y. Then third, small r, capital Y, small y. And fourth one, right, small r, small y, small y. Now we are going to find their genotypic ratio and the phenotypic ratio. What values come over here, right? So first we write that genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio in that capital R, capital Y जैसा one है, capital R, small y, all are see in a one number. They are not repeated, right? Now when we write the phenotypic ratio, for that, can you tell me for capital first checker box for first Punnett square, for that what should be the phenotype? Capital R, capital Y, small y. Yes, round and yellow. Right? Round hair shape and yellow with that. Second के लिए क्या आएगा? Yes, round and green. So round and green. For third, yes, yellow but wrinkled. Right? And the fourth, yes, green and wrinkled. Right? So for all possibilities, should I write over here that the genotypic ratio for dihybrid test cross is 1:1:1:1:1? Yes, correct, Vanshika. And same for phenotypic ratio. बोलिए, आपको dihybrid test cross में कोई doubt है? How to perform dihybrid test cross? Remember, for monohybrid test cross, which value comes? Monohybrid test cross. Monohybrid test cross के लिए, remember or not? Yes, right, correct. 1:1. Okay, that is 1:1. So ये note down करके रखना. Monohybrid test cross 1:1. Dihybrid test cross 1:1:1:1:1. Dihybrid cross phenotypic ratio that 9:3:3:1. Monohybrid cross that 3:1 phenotypic ratio. Right? Any doubt in this dihybridization case cross? Quickly write down. Next, wait. Imagine that over here, these are the two pairs of chromosome, right? These are the two pairs of chromosome. On one pair, that genes located for seed color like yellow and green, right? It might be yellow also, yellow and green also. Green के लिए small y भी हो सकता है. Next, on another pair of chromosome, that genes are located for seed shape like round and wrinkled, right? So one thing is there, simple, that you have to understand what when crossing over occur, while crossing over, this pair, right, capital Y is there. So this capital Y, it can go with this one or it can go with this one. It depends on the crossing over. When genes are located, simple अगर हम ऐसे करें to make it understand कि one pair of chromosome है, right? Here AB, AB, same. Small a, B, small a, B. Now, at this position, crossing over occur. यहाँ पे ये क्रोमेटिड्स के बीच में क्रॉसिंग ओवर हो रहा है, राइट? सो एट द एंड क्या होगा यहाँ पे? आफ्टर क्रॉसिंग ओवर ए पोर्शन तो यहाँ पे ये देखो, फिर वो कैपिटल बी वाला पोर्शन यहाँ पे क्रॉस हो रहा है. सेम हियर, स्मॉल ए का पोर्शन हियर on original position, but small b का portion क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? Crossed. So after crossing over, when we see, then we can get like this centromere. Capital A, capital B एक तो है. Then capital A, small b आ जाएगा. Small a, capital B, small a, small b. So देखो, 4 different kinds of gametes are formed. After that, these are also separated in each gamete. Capital AB, capital A, small a, capital B, small a, small b, like this. It depends on the crossing over. The different varieties of gametes are formed, right? After that, next topic, that you know the Mendel initiated this genetic branch, right? And Mendel's work period, that 1856 to 1863, Mendel performed his work during that 7 years, right, on that garden pea and performing different experiment. Still, Mendel work was remain unrecognized for several years. For several years, Mendel's work was remain unrecognized. So, what are the reasons behind that first? Right? So, first, we are going to discuss what are the reasons behind that Mendel's work was remain unrecognized till 1900. In 1900, the three scientists were there: De Vries, Correns, and the Schemark. Okay, three scientists were there. First scientist that De Vries, second Correns, and the third one that is von Schemark. These three scientists worked on the Mendel's work actually independently. But these three scientists were rediscovered the Mendel's work next. During this period, that good microscopes are available. Okay, in 1900, good microscopes are available, and due to that, these three scientists were able to carefully observe the cell division. Right before that, good microscopes are not available. So Mendel just gave one hypothesis. Nucleus, inside the nucleus, certain factors are there, and these factors during gametogenesis segregate. Right. For this, Mendel could not have any physical or could not provide any physical proof for the existence of their factor. Mendel just told that his factors are there and these factors are responsible for these characters. But exactly these factors are present in the cell inside that nucleus or not, that physical proof was not provided by the Mendel. This is one of the reasons due to that Mendel's work was remain unrecognized till 1900, because after that good microscope start developed. Then, so one of the point, remember, ये 2 marks में ये question आता है that why was Mendel work remain unrecognized till 1900? One of the reason that he could not provide any physical proof for their existence of factor. Second point, that communication was not easy. अभी तो क्या है, mobile, internet, everything is there. Okay, if we want to search anything, just type on Google, we can get the information on for that. But just imagine 1865 period, right? 18th century. So during that time, communication was not easy. Journal publications are there. Mendel's work, okay, Mendel's work on that garden pea plant regarding this factor, right? They published in one of the journal, and in that journal, the research papers are there. These research papers are studied by this Correns, De Vries, and Schemark, and then they initiate to rediscover this Mendel's work. So communication was not easy at that time. Then next point, after that, third point, that his concept of factors are stable discrete units that acceptance from the contemporaries. Meaning what? Over here, according to Mendel, genes or the factor. Okay, today we call genes. Mendel called that the factors. They are stable discrete units. They are control the expression of the traits, right? And they are not blend with each other. This thing was given by Mendel, but this thing was not accepted by his contemporaries as an explanation for apparently continuous variation seen in nature. As you know, the incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance में क्या होता है? Red and white. They both mix with each other and F1 में तो सारे pink आ जाते हैं. अगर ये Mendel के according होता है, तो suppose red was dominant and white was a recessive one, So F1 में सारे क्या आ जाते हैं, रेड कलर वन, right? But this was not happen in case of that plant Mirabilis jalapa flower, right? So in nature this type of variations are there when red color and white color flowering plant when combined, and from that the new generations are there, in that this like pink colors are developed, pink color flowers are developed. So blending was not a blending of factors, right? That was not explained by the Mendel. This thing was not accepted by the other biologists at that period. Then, during his experiment, Mendel took statistical data analysis, mathematics. And in biology, the mathematics, right, using of approach of this mathematics in biology, that was actually not accepted by the time of Mendel by some of the biologists. So Mendel's approach of using mathematics to explain biological phenomena was actually totally new and unacceptable to many of the biologists of his time. These are the four reasons are there. Due to these four reasons, Mendel's work was not recognized until 1900. First, first reason is which one? ये line तो आना ही चाहिए, that communication was not easy. Right? Only through the publications, the communications can take place of the research work. Second, he could not provide any physical proof for their factors, right? And these factors are made up of what? Any kind of physical proof was not provided at that time by Mendel. So this was not accepted. Next, his concept for factors. According to Mendel, factors are stable and discrete unit, right, which control the expression of trait. For that alleles are there, these alleles are separated. Capital T and small t agar aata hai hybrid mein, so always it gives the tallness. Capital T for tallness, small t for dwarfness. So isse medium size ke plant nahi form hote, right? So blending was not explained by Mendel. So this thing again not accepted by some of the science biologists. Next, Mendel's approach. Okay, Mendel's approach of using mathematics to explain this biological phenomena, which was not again acceptable for many of the biologists during his time. These are the four reasons due to that Mendel's work was remained unrecognized in 1900. After 1900, when good microscopes are developed, right, and this D. Veris, Correns, and Shemark read that research paper in which the Mendel work was published, then they take the initiative to rediscover the Mendel's work independently, right? And जो Mendel's बोलते थे कि ये these factors are separated, these factors are responsible for these characters. After advancement in microscope, these three scientists were able to carefully observe this thing during cell division, because during the cell division the factors get separated, genes get separated, right? So nucleus discovery, and that leads to the discovery of structures in nucleus. And inside the nucleus, chromosomes are present. On chromosomes, the genes are located. So on the basis of this Mendel's factor concept, this discovery was lead. बोलिए, clear है आपको why was Mendel work remain unrecognized till 1900? Now we are going to learn chromosomal theory. Okay, before that, one more topic is that we have learned that why was Mendel work remain unrecognized till 1900. Now, what are the reasons are that Mendel's get a success during his experiment, right? ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ मैंडल ने ही ऐसे वर्क किया था, so many other scientists are there like Mendel, they work on this thing, but Mendel's got a success. Why? So one of the reason is what, that Mendel choose a pair of contrasting trait. One of the reason that Mendel choose what, pair of contrasting traits, like height के लिए था तो tall and dwarf, seed color है तो green and yellow, right? Like that, Mendel choose a distinctive contrasting traits. Second is what, Mendel ने एक Mendel choose this pair of contrasting traits, and whenever he performed the experiment, right, he observed, he focused on only one pair of characters, one or two characters. We have studied monohybrid or dihybrid, right? So at a time, only one or a pair of contrasting traits are there, and total 7 pairs are there, right? Every time Mendel took or Mendel focus on only okay. So Mendel focus on only one pair of character at a time or two pairs of character at a time to perform his experiment. Right? At a time, he never studied all these seven contrasting pairs of character. Second, so remember Mendel took one or two characters at one time. One or two characters at one time. Right? Next, third one, Mendel choose a very good plant, first of all, that we call the garden pea plant. And that is the ideal for controlled breeding. Control breeding, why we can say the control breeding over here, right? Because in this plant, self-pollination as well as cross-pollination both are possible. Generally, some of the other plants are there, okay? So many plants are there in which either self-pollination hoga or cross-pollination. But here the plant is there in which self as well as cross-pollination both are possible, right? Then next, every time, whenever the Mendel performed a work, he kept a record of every cross, okay, how many seeds are formed out of that, how many, suppose yellow color seed, how many green color seed, how many round, how many wrinkle, and make a good status, and make a good, that's a statistical data on the basis of his cross, right? And when they correlate this data, then it can give us that in that monohybrid, this one 3:1 phenotypic, in dihybrid 9:3:3:1 phenotypic. And one more thing is that every time whenever he performed that cross in this garden pea plant, every time he chose a large number of progeny, right? Large number of progenies are choose, and several generations. For suppose monohybrid cross is there, for monohybrid, this monohybrid cross he performed in several generations. एक ही बार cross किया result मिला, that is not a research, right? This thing have to repeat, and every time when same result is every time actually Mendel got a same result, and then he published this thing, that monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross, right? So these are the reasons are there for Mendel's success. Next, after that, the chromosomal theory of inheritance, right? Chromosomal theory of inheritance was proposed by Sutton, was proposed by Sutton and Boveri in 1902. Okay. The chromosomes. Chromosomes are basically what they are, color bodies. Color body, why we call color body? Because when we use the stain, chromosomes that accept the stain, particular stains are there to means particular chemicals are there which help to give a color to the chromosome, so we can easily study that process we call staining. So chromosomes, another name, that's the color bodies there. So by 1902, by chromosome movements during the meiosis. During the meiosis, what type of chromosome movement is there? You know the entire meiosis, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Metaphase में in prophase 1 compaction occur, condensation of chromosome, right? फिर मेटाफेज में वो सेंटर प्लेट पे आ जाता है, एनाफेज में स्टार्ट मूविंग टूवर्ड्स द ऑपोजिट पोल, टेलोफेज में अगेन रिकंडेंस फॉर्म में आते हैं. सो these are the movements of chromosome which are occur during meiosis that had been worked out by Sutton and Boveri. And on the basis of that, he noted that behavior of chromosome and behavior of genes both are actually same. Right? Behavior of chromosome and behavior of genes are actually same. They are parallel. We can say that behavior of chromosome was parallel to behavior of gene. How? Because simply how to understand over here, okay, suppose these are the chromosomes, right? So genes are located on chromosome. Genes are located on chromosome. Suppose chromosome pair में है, तो उसके ऊपर genes भी है, तो वो genes भी pair में हो गए, right? Next, when in each gamete one chromosome enter, so gene भी single enter होंगे, right? So on the basis of this study, Sutton and Boveri noted that the behavior of chromosome was parallel to the behavior of gene and used the chromosome movement to explain the Mendel's law, right? Genes and the chromosome both are in a pair, both are paired structure. Chromosomes, if you remember, 23 pairs of homologous chromosome in human, right? 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes in human. Like this is the one pair, second pair of chromosome, third pair of chromosome, right? Now on this chromosome, different genes are located. And on each chromosome, remember, on each chromosome, different kind of, each pair of homologous chromosome, right? Different kinds of genes are located. Suppose इसके ऊपर skin color के लिए है, यहाँ पे height of the organism है, यहाँ पे next that's the eye color के लिए है, फिर यहाँ पे और एक different point, यहाँ पे different, like that. On each and every chromosome, different kinds of genes are present. That's why all chromosomes are important. एक भी chromosome का number ऊपर नीचे हो गया, that leads to the abnormality in organism, right? So chromosomes and the genes both occurs in a pair. They are in a pair. Suppose यहाँ पे ये capital E है, यहाँ पे small e आ जाएगा, और it might be both. और हाइट के लिए सिंपल अगर हम ले तो यहाँ पे कैपिटल टी है, यहाँ पे भी कैपिटल टी, यहाँ पे सपोज स्मॉल टी आ सकता है, यहाँ पे भी स्मॉल टी है, यहाँ पे सपोज स्मॉल टी है, सो वन साइड कैपिटल टी. They can vary, but they are in a pair. Genes are in a pair. Chromosomes are in a pair, right? And these things are segregate. ये separate हो जाते हैं during the gametogenesis. राइट 23 पेयर्स जो होते हैं वो गैमेट में सेपरेट हो जाते हैं. तो segregate at the time of gamete formation such that only one of each pair is transmitted to a gamete. right? पेयर में से कोई एक ही क्रोमोसोम एक गैमेट. सेम जैसे क्रोमोसोम ट्रांसफर होंगे, with that the gene is located, that is also transfer, right? So parallelism, actually parallelism between the chromosomes and the gene, parallelism or the similarity between the genes and the chromosome, that thing was explained in chromosomal theory of inheritance by Sutton and Boveri in 1902. Right? Remember, genes and chromosome both are in a pair structure. Genes are located on chromosome. Next, during the gametogenesis, at the time of gamete formation, segregation occur, and during the segregation, only one of each pair, two pair of in one pair, two members are there. So when gamete formation occurs, this is the one gamete, this is the second gamete. Only one of each pair is transmitted to the gamete. Right? बोलिए, क्लियर है आपको फर्स्ट ये? Any doubt in this part? Simply remember this thing: chromosomes in a pair, genes are in a pair. Then segregation occur during gametogenesis, and at that time, only one of the each pair, one of the member of that paired chromosome is transmitted to a gamete. When genes are on a chromosome, तो वही gene क्या होंगे that pass into the gamete, right? Next, सी, अभी भी किसी को डाउट है कि सेग्रीगेशन कैसे होता है? For segregation, you have to remember that meiosis. If you have any doubt, you can tell me, so I can sort out this thing just now. Anyone have a doubt how the segregation of chromosomes occur? Right. Now next, that see, linkage हम next time करेंगे. Now we are going to learn polygenic inheritance and pleiotropy. Very important topic and very easy also if you learn the main concept. Polygenic inheritance, and another term is a pleiotropy. Right? Poly का मीनिंग क्या होता है यहाँ पे? मैनी. जेनिक का मीनिंग होता है जीन्स. राइट? पॉलीजेनिक, मैनी जीन्स. Many genes are responsible, right? Many genes are responsible for one character. Many genes are responsible for one character. Now, अगर आप tallness के लिए देखो ना, तो only one is there, either capital T and small t. Right? Capital T decide if present, tallness; if absent, then darkness. Right? Either capital T or capital T, or like this. It gives a tallness. This one we call monogenic inheritance. Right? In which a single dominant gene influences the complete trait. Second, polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance, remember, it's a one kind of quantitative inheritance also. Polygenic inheritance, that is a one type of quantitative inheritance. Right? Many genes responsible for one character. Remember, many genes responsible for one character. Okay. Now, one thing, one of the example over here, that skin color. Skin color, one of the example for this polygenic trait. Skin color is controlled by three genes. Three genes A, B, and C. Skin color in human, that is controlled by this dominant form, that is small abc. My mistake. That is controlled by this capital ABC. And then recessive form, ये डार्क कलर रिप्रेजेंट करता है, कैपिटल एबीसी. एंड लाइट कलर के लिए होता है स्मॉल एबीसी, लाइक दिस, राइट. सो इफ एनी one of the person is there which has a darkest skin, okay, dark black color skin is there. So in that, the genotype should be like this: capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C, right? All three genes are present, which is controlled one of the trait that we call the skin color. Many genes responsible for one character, that's why we call it a polygenic inheritance, right? Quantitative inheritance भी कहते हैं. Why we call quantitative inheritance? So simply quantitative, calculate over here number of, suppose आपके पास एक ये combination है like this, then another combination is like this, another like this, next like this, right? Now can you tell me, darkest skin, I told you dark color of the skin is controlled by capital ABC, light color by small abc, right? So darkest skin color, आपको ये 5 है, 1 2 3 4 and 5 combinations are here. Here I am given. So out of this 5, in which way you get the darkest skin? Yes, all are correct, right? That in this one for the darkest skin, because see, all 1 2 3 4 5 6 alleles are present here to give the darkness of the skin, right? फिर compared to this combination, इससे थोड़ा लाइट किसमें मिलेगा आपको? Which combination? Yes, last one, right? इसमें 6 कैपिटल्स है, इसमें 5 है, A A B C, right? अभी इससे भी थोड़ा और कम डार्क स्किन किसमें मिलेगा आपको? Yes, second combination, right? This one, जिसमें 3 कैपिटल है, देखो 1 2 and 3. Then इससे थोड़ा लाइट स्किन किसमें होगा? Yes, third combination, right? This one, because in that one of the capital C is there still, and here we get in this combination totally light skin, right? Now this capital ABC, right, that controls the melanin pigment formation. You know, dark color skin, why we call dark color? Because in that more melanin pigment is there. So these 3 genes control the melanin pigments formation. If these 3 are there, more amount of melanin pigment. If this one is there, then actually we can say that albino condition. Albino, पता है आपने एक ब्लैक कलर का रैट होता है, एक व्हाइट कलर का देखा है? व्हाइट कलर रैट जनरली वो प्रैक्टिकल्स रिसर्च में यूज्ड होते हैं. तो व्हाइट कलर क्यों है? बिकॉज इन दैट दिस मेलानिन पिगमेंट इज एब्सेंट. कैपिटल एबीसी तो आई नहीं, जस्ट रेसेसिव जीन्स आर देयर. रेसेसिव किसके लिए? लाइटेस्ट क्या हो जाता है? अल्बिनो, राइट? अब देखो कोल्डर रीजन जनरली है, कोल्डर एंड द वार्मर रीजन. कोल्डर में आपको लेस पिगमेंट मिलेंगे, लेस मेलानिन पिगमेंट स्किन पे, राइट? ह्यूमन स्किन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. एंड जो hotter regions है, warmer regions है, over there actually more melanin pigment is there in their skin. वहाँ पे dark color होते हैं person के skin का. Colder region में generally क्या होता है? Light color. Right? So polygenic inheritance meaning many genes responsible for a one character. Right? Next, after that, for that example is which one? Skin color in human. Skin color in human, one more thing, that was studied by Davenport. Okay, that was studied by the Davenport. And human skin color is caused by pigment we called melanin. This melanin pigment formation is controlled by three pairs of gene, that is capital A, capital A, capital B और capital C. इसमें recessive है तो in this way. Now in between any combinations are there, right? Like capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c. फिर ये combination भी हो सकता है इसमें. Suppose आपको ऐसे combinations दे in exam कि आपको find out करना है कि कौन से darkest skin में आता है and then which one is the lightest, and you have to follow that either ascending and descending order, right? So you have to just अगर dark to light जाना है तो you have to count the simple this maximum number of capital letters, that's the dominant alleles, right? Light होता है तो क्या count करना है? Simple more number of recessive alleles, right? Now okay, पहले early इसमें कोई doubt है आपको? Polygenic inheritance topic clear? Right, no doubt. After that, the next one, that is that pleiotropy. Pleiotropy exactly opposite to this polygenic inheritance. Polygenic में क्या था? Many genes for one character. Here, one gene is responsible for many characters. Example, like just for your knowledge, example is what? That one gene is there, like consider capital T gene is there. That is, suppose it is not only responsible for height character, it is also responsible for like hair length, we can consider, right? Next, it is also responsible for limb formation, hypothetically, yes sir, hypothetically, right? So one gene is there, right? Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, like this. One gene that is responsible for many characters, not a single. That condition you call pleiotropy. And the single gene that gives this effect, right? We call that's the pleiotropic gene. Now, this pleiotropic gene, here example is given that one of the example is phenylketonuria. One of the example, phenylketonuria. It's a one kind of disease. Okay, it's a one kind of metabolic disease in which one of the enzyme is not formed. Phenylalanine hydroxylase. Right? See, to form this enzyme, genes are needed. Single gene is needed. Now, when this gene is mutated, ये gene का structure disturb हो जाता है. Imagine this, when this gene is present, this enzyme can form. but somehow this gene structure get disturbed. Okay, this gene structure is changed by mutation. We can use that term mutation, right? Then this enzyme is not formed, and when this enzyme is not formed, it leads to a disease condition, and that disease we call which one? Phenylketonuria. Okay, that disease we call phenylketonuria. Detailed phenylalanine ketonuria jo has we will learn in the that next to next topic, Mendelian disorders, right? Just now remember, here one single gene is there. That single gene actually helps in what? To form this enzyme and then perform the other function. But due to the mutation in this gene, which is responsible to form this enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase, this enzyme is not formed. And that leads to what? So many phenotypic characters get changed. That leads to first phenylketonuria disease, and with that mental retardation. Then next, hair reduction, hair growth reduction. Next, skin pigmentation even. Okay, skin pigmentation is also get reduced due to this one, this gene, which cause the phenylketonuria, right? And this gene is located on. We have total 23 pairs of chromosome. On the 12 number of chromosome, right? This gene is present, and this gene, when this gene get mutated, it doesn't form this enzyme. When it not form enzyme, it leads to this disease. In that, it leads to what? Mental retardation, hair reduction, and skin pigmentation, right? बोलिए, क्लियर है आपको? फर्स्ट है फिनाइल कीटोन्यूरिया, दैट्स द एग्जांपल ऑफ प्लियोट्रॉपी. One more example is there for this pleiotropy, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, right? Sickle cell anemia, anemic condition that leads to what? RBC. RBC इसमें होंगे ही. RBC, inside that hemoglobin is present. Hemoglobin, you have learned in biomolecules chapter, alpha and beta. Two alpha chain, two beta chains are there. Beta chain, when we see the structure of beta chain, in that the amino acids are present and so on. Here in normal beta chain, the amino acid is present, that is the glutamic acid. But only at that single change occur over here, and glutamic acid, instead of glutamic acid, here valine comes. Which amino acid? That's the valine. So actual जो chain है, that is that now altered. That we can say that it's a hemoglobin beta chain. Hemoglobin beta chain होता तो यहाँ पे glutamic acid ही होता. But here the mutation occur in that point, and due to that, the instead of glutamic acid, valine come. It leads to what? Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, one thing, hemoglobin reduced हो जाता है, hemoglobin level decrease. Next, RBC shape that change, generally the biconvex, right? Now the shape is totally different of RBC, and that shape we call sickle shape, right? So RBC shapes get altered, hemoglobin content get altered, and so one gene is there, only one gene, okay, जिसने ग्लूटामिक एसिड की जगह पे वैलिन ऐड कर दिया, लीड्स टू द सिकल सेल एनीमिया. फिर उससे क्या चेंजेस हो गए? दैट आरबीसी का शेप चेंज हो गया, हीमोग्लोबिन कंटेंट, हीमोग्लोबिन लेवल इज रिड्यूस्ड. So one gene is responsible for many characters, right? One gene is responsible for many characters that we call pleiotropic gene. Okay, that we call the pleiotropic gene. बोलिए, आपको ये क्लियर है? पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस एंड प्लियोट्रोपिक जीन. एक ही पॉइंट में अगर आपको डिफरेंशिएट करना है, पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस एंड प्लियोट्रोपिक जीन, कैन यू डिफरेंशिएट? एक ही पॉइंट चाहिए मुझे, सिर्फ ओनली वन पॉइंट. बोलिए, who will differentiate this polygenic inheritance and pleiotropic gene? Prachi Patel, yes, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. In polygenic inheritance, many genes are responsible for one character, and in pleiotropic, one gene is responsible for many characters.
Yes. Okay, one more point. Prachi, can you give me examples for this polygenic के लिए? We have learned which example for polygenic inheritance?
For polygenic inheritance, skin color is the example. In skin, there are three genes which are responsible for the skin color. One are capital A, capital B, capital C, which which denote a dark color of skin because they have more melanin pigment formation in them. And other are the light ones, which are small a, small b, and small c.
Correct. Good. For albino condition or light, right? Chale. Who will give me the examples of pleiotropic gene or pleiotropy? Pleiotropy के examples कौन बोलेगा? चलो. जियाश्री, आप ट्राई करोगे?
Yes, ma'am. Sickle cell anemia.
एनीमिया. हाँ, करेक्ट. बोलो.
Anemia. मतलब वो एक एग्जांपल.
Okay, sickle cell anemia. Okay, second example.
Ma'am, second example I have not understood.
Phenylketonuria. Name is what? First bolo. Phenylketonuria. Right? It's a one kind of ketonuria. Now for phenylketonuria disease होगा कैसे? तो gene level, gene जो होता है, one of the gene is there that form phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Okay, this gene, one of the gene is present in our DNA that form this enzyme. अभी ये enzyme का role क्या है? I'm going in detail little bit. That one of the amino acid is there, phenylalanine. This phenylalanine amino acid, with the help of this enzyme, convert into tyrosine. Right, Jiyashri?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, tell me, अगर ये enzyme नहीं है, तो क्या होगा?
फॉर्म नहीं होगा.
हाँ, टायरोसिन फॉर्म नहीं होगा, phenylalanine accumulate होता रहेगा. Right, accumulation of phenylalanine, and that is actually excreted also. Right, so this phenylalanine accumulation in actually brain region, in a brain the fluid is that CSF and all that. So when this thing is start accumulate, that leads to what? Mental retardation, then hair reduction, skin pigments reduction, and that disease we call phenylketonuria. बोलिए, अभी समझ में आया?
हाँ.
Right?
Yes.
So देखिए, pleiotropic single gene is responsible for many character. So sickle cell anemia में भी क्या था? Single gene that is from glutamic acid वो change होता है valine में. Phenylketonuria में भी क्या होता है? In that one single gene is changed and enzyme will not form. So here we can say that single gene mutations occur. Single gene mutation, we can use that term. बोलिए, अभी भी किसी को नहीं क्लियर है तो बोल सकते हो आप कोई भी टॉपिक. Now, next thing, एक पॉलीजेनिक इनहेरिटेंस पे एक लाइन आपकी बुक में ये दिया है that when three dominant allele, पेरेंट ये है, एक पेरेंट ये है जिसमें कैपिटल ए, कैपिटल बी, कैपिटल सी है. अनदर पेरेंट इज दिस वन, स्मॉल ए, स्मॉल बी and small c, right? When these two parents perform cross fertilization, so now in their F1 generation, which genotype comes? चलिए, आप में से कौन बोलेगा? Which genotype comes in F1? Swati. Yes,
Yes,
Swati,
ma'am.
कर. हाँ कर. Okay,
Capital
Swati,
A,
tell me.
small.
Okay, स्वाति पहले तो ये
Yes,
बताओ कि इसमें से गैमेट्स कौन से फॉर्म होंगे? Here, what should I write?
A, B, and C.
Small or capital?
Capital.
Yes. Next, in another one,
Small A, small B, small C.
small a, small b, small c. Right? Now, here we write capital A, small a because ये दोनों combine होंगे, this two combine and this two. Right? चलिए, अभी आप बताइए स्वाति, F1 जनरेशन में जो स्किन कलर आया है, ये जीन्स आए हैं, कैपिटल ए स्मॉल ए, कैपिटल बी स्मॉल बी, कैपिटल सी स्मॉल सी, तो हम इसका क्या होगा? डार्क स्किन होगा या लाइट स्किन?
Lighter than the one parent that which has capital A, capital A,
नहीं
capital
नहीं,
B, capital B,
ये
capital C.
कॉम्बिनेशन का क्या होगा? ऑब्वियसली देखो, वन ऑफ द पेरेंट इज डार्क, अनदर पेरेंट इज लाइट, सो डार्क से वो लाइट होगा, लाइट से वो डार्क है, ऐसा कुछ. सो सिंपली यू कैन से व्हाट? इंटरमीडिएट वी कैन से,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Intermediate. This skin color we consider intermediate. Now ये एक पेरेंट हो गए F लाइक दिस. अभी इसका हम सेल्फ फर्टिलाइजेशन करवाते हैं, तो सेम जीनोटाइप रहेगा. नाउ हु विल टेल मी द गैमेट्स फॉर दिस जीनोटाइप? कैपिटल ए स्मॉल ए, कैपिटल बी स्मॉल. ये F1 मिला, अभी हम इसका यहाँ पे सेल्फ फर्टिलाइजेशन करें तो इसके क्या गैमेट्स होंगे? हु विल ट्राई? बोलो. हर्षिल
Yes, ma'am.
बोलिए.
Capital A, capital B, capital C.
हाँ चलो, एक कॉम्बिनेशन ये हुआ. सेकंड.
Second, small a, small b, small c.
हाँ सेकंड ये हुआ. नेक्स्ट.
Third, capital A,
हम्म.
small b or capital
हाँ ये भी है, करेक्ट है. नेक्स्ट.
small a, capital B, small c.
नेक्स्ट. नेक्स्ट बोलो. गैमेट ही बोलना है आपको.
Small a,
हम्म.
small b, capital C.
देन.
Small a, small b, small c.
वो तो आ गया ना यहाँ
हाँ
पे.
वो तो आ गया. Capital A, capital नहीं हो गया. Capital A, capital B, small c.
देन.
Capital A, small b, capital C.
नहीं ये आ रहा है यहाँ पे.
Capital A, small b, small c.
हाँ वो करेक्ट है. देन नेक्स्ट.
Capital small a, capital B, capital C.
कैपिटल सी. राइट, करेक्ट, वेरी गुड हर्षिल. राइट. सी आपको ऐसे कोई भी कॉम्बिनेशन आ सकता है. यू हैव टू जस्ट मेक अ फर्स्ट गैमेट्स. देखो यहाँ पे ये है कैपिटल ए स्मॉल ए, कैपिटल बी स्मॉल बी, कैपिटल सी स्मॉल सी. नाउ वन ऑफ द शॉर्टकट इज व्हाट? व्हेन ये हम ट्राई हाइब्रिड बोलेंगे, 3 कैरेक्टर है 3 थिंग्स के लिए, तो हम ये ट्राई हाइब्रिड बोलेंगे. राइट. डाई हाइब्रिड में हम ये था ना, तो हम डाई हाइब्रिड बोलते थे. राइट. सो दिस वन वी कॉल ट्राई हाइब्रिड. व्हेन दिस कंडीशन इज देयर, then if anyone asks how many gametes can be formed, तो सिंपली आपको एक फॉर्मूला यूज करना है 2n. राइट. 2n. n का मीनिंग क्या होता है? हेटेरोजाइगस. अगर एमसीक्यू में है कि हाउ मेनी, find out करना है, that is the different thing. You have to write this, okay, make this entire possibilities, but directly calculation करना है, then n is equal to what? Heterozygous. Now in this one, capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c, right? In this one, how many heterozygous are there? Swati.
मतलब मैम इन द गैमेट्स
हाँ नहीं, ये पेरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन में यहाँ पे मैंने जो ब्लैक कलर किया ना, बोलिए
Yes,
हाउ
ma'am.
मेनी heterozygous?
so only two
देखो,
combinations can be homozygous, capital A, capital B, capital
नहीं
C
नहीं
and
ऐसा
small
नहीं,
s.
ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. देखिए ये heterozygous कंडीशन में है, कैपिटल ए स्मॉल है.
Yes, ma'am.
हर्षिल कर. ये heterozygous कंडीशन में है,
Yes, ma'am.
this one.
Yes, ma'am.
So for each gene, here the heterozygous condition is there. Capital A small a, capital B small
Yes,
b,
ma'am.
capital C small c, right? So number of heterozygous क्या हो गए? 3, right? So अभी आप यूज करो मैथ्स, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, टोटल आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? 8. लाइक दिस, ये 8 आ गए आपके गैमेट्स. क्लियर है ऑल ऑफ यू? ऑल ऑफ यू क्लियर दिस थिंग? ये एक शॉर्टकट है. हाँ, शॉर्टकट का जब मेंडल्स के अकॉर्डिंग है कि वन डोमिनेंट वन रेसेसिव, देन यू हैव टू यूज दिस. हाँ, चलिए नेक्स्ट. सपोज ये कॉम्बिनेशन है, नाउ टेल मी, अगर ये कॉम्बिनेशन टेट्रा हाइब्रिड दिया है तो फिर कितने गैमेट्स फॉर्म होंगे ये पेरेंट के? दिस इज वन ऑफ द पेरेंट, सो हाउ मेनी गैमेट्स कैन बी फॉर्म फ्रॉम दिस? हर्षिल, दिया, both are correct. 2 raised to n, n is equal to heterozygous. देखो ये heterozygous है, जिया श्री करेक्ट. ये होमोजाइगस है, स्मॉल बी है. ये अगेन heterozygous है, ये homozygous है, wrong, right? So only 2 are there, so 2 raised to 2, answer 4. Are you all clear with this?